Namaskar. We Samik
and Bratati.
back again with Incredible Indians,
Many faces, one India.
a YouTube series of India Tourism Kolkata to celebrate Ek Bharat Shrestha Bharat, an initiative of Government of India. We already had a virtual journey to the heartland of little known faces of Orissa, Maharashtra, Jharkhand, Goa and Tripura. Today we will talk about the different indigenous communities of Bihar and their diverse cultures. Bihar is a home to many Buddhist and Jain viharas or monasteries. The most visited Buddhist sites of the world like Bodh Gaya, Rajgir and Nalanda are situated at Bihar. Many of you must have visited those ancient viharas, besides the sites of historical relics of Magadhan Empire. But traveling to unknown little villages in Bihar to experience the indigenous culture is not a common phenomenon. In fact, Bihar is the home of 30 different Indian indigenous communities. Among them, the most prominent are Santal, Munda, Orao, Ho, Kharyas and many more. All those communities are simple, friendly, curious and brave. Once you reach these villages, you will meet smiling faces and curious eyes. Out of curiosity, they may ask you questions about you, your family and houses. Don't feel embarrassed. Answer them with a smile. Mingle with them. And eventually they will become a friend of yours and take you to their inner courtyard of their houses and offer homemade drinks and sweets. They will offer you to sit on the requirement bed or hammock. They will share the stories of their villages, legends and laws. A decade back, I was at a village of Tilakpur, Sultanganj, where most people were with the same family name, Murmu. They shared a story of their past glory and bravery of an ancestor. The story was of late 18th century when there was a great famine in Bihar. People were dying out of hunger. A young man of their community found that East India Company people were living well even during famine. Then he organized his community and looted the granary and treasury of the company and then distributed it among the hungry and dying. He was none other than Tilak Manji, the later leader of Hul rebellion against the British.
Manji is not a family name. Rather, it is a title given by people to their leader or a brave person. Let's share a story of another Manji. He was known as the Mountain Man, but his first name was Dashrath. He was a Padma Shri awardee of 2006. Villagers had to travel 50 to 60 kilometers for drinking water. They had to cross steep mountains. Once, his wife, Falguni Devi, was badly injured falling from one of these mountains. Later on, she died due to the lack of medical facilities as the nearest medical center was 55 kilometers away and the road was hilly and bad. After this incident, Dashrath took a mission to cut a roadway across the ridge to make his village more accessible to the facility. Over 22 years of hard toil, he built 110 meter long, 7.7 meter deep and 9.1 meter wide path, which reduces the distance approximately 40 kilometers to the nearest medical facility.
Bihar is full of these kind of brave and determined souls. To meet those brave indigenous communities, you have to visit their heartland by the hills and forests of Bihar. Paharias live on hills, Bihar live by the fringe of the forest, and Santal, Munda, Ho, Orao near plains. Why? Because they cultivate mahua, maize, vegetables and milk. Some live on collecting forest produces like root, fruit, seed, herb, flower, leaf and wax and honey. Some do hunting. Kharyas make their living by collecting arrowroot. Chitbarik and Mahalis are artisan. They make broom, basket, mat out of grass, bamboo and mud. Santal houses are sometimes decorated with floral design. This kind of floral design we could find in different Santal houses in Bengal and Orissa as well. The main post at the center of the house is of great ritual importance and the site of sacrifice. The house of Kishan are made of perdurable materials, and each house contains a storeroom, bedroom, kitchen, workshop and a veranda.
The tribes mainly take boiled rice, a curry of boiled vegetables or meat or edible roots, seasoned with salt and chilies and millet. The tribal delicacies are ashur pitha, which is prepared of flour of mahua, and Saurya Ghata, which is cooked like rice with the crust maize. The staple cereals is rice supplemented with maize, wheat, mahua and gondli. The tribe also, along with the food, relish the beverages called haria, which is prepared by fermenting rice with the help of biro, a medicinal cake. Partially cooked over fire in a handi or maybe a earthen pot, the pot is kept in a cool place for some time, for some days, and after a certain time, the haria gets ready to be distributed. Both men and women consume it. Generally, men chew tobacco and women loves to smoke water pipe. Celebration of life, celebration of festival is important among all the communities. So they celebrate festivals like Karam, Jitiya, Diwali, Shogarai, Maghi, Fagun, Sargun, etc. By performing dance and songs are very common among them. Jat Jatin is the most popular folk dance of Bihar. Kajari and Jhumere are the celebration of certain seasons of the year, while Shobar Khilona is celebrated during the birth of a child. Men and women usually perform dance separately except Saturi dance of Mithila, where they participate together. The Kathaks or traveling storytellers sometimes include dance as their part of performance or the narration. Natua dance is also very popular folk dance from Bihar.
Bihar has a tradition of professional storytellers, particularly in Mithila and Bhojpur. They used to wander from village to village and narrate the stories in verse and prose. Bihar has a rich tradition of folk culture. Panchatantra, the collection of famous Indian folk tales, has its origin in the tradition of sharing moral stories among royals of Pataliputra. Pataliputra was the ancient name of Patna, which is now the capital of Bihar. Apart from folk tales, Bihar is rich in numerous ballads and folk songs, sung on different occasions, either in order to increase the efficiency of human labor or for recreational purpose.
Girls love to stylize themselves with silver ornaments and saris. They use flowers for their hairdressing. The traditional clothing for women in Bihar is sari and blouse. Tribal women wear parhan and panchi, which is made of fabric like cotton with tribal print on it. Whereas men put on a single piece of cloth known as bhagwan. They also wear traditional dress of Indians like kurta, pajama and dhoti. Bihar is rich with arts and culture. The art form of Bihar are appreciated all over the world because of their great aesthetic value and the adherence to the tradition. Bihar is famous for its Madhubani painting, which is also known as Mithila painting. It is an age-old rural art form. According to the history, Madhubani painting is originated from Madhubani district of Mithila region of Bihar some 2500 years ago. It was traditionally created by the women of Mithila region. According to the Hindu mythology, the art form is considered to have historical reference back to the time of Ramayana, when King Janak asked artists to illustrate his daughter Sita's wedding with Lord Rama. Hence, the theme of Ram-Sita Viva is hugely popular among the Madhubani artists. Nowadays, it is very easy to capture your memory and keep it for long years. But in those times, it was very rare. The only way to record special moments was done with the help of this painting.
There are many more such stories, but we need more days to share those. This video is just a preamble. All those little villages are well connected by rail and road to the capital city Patna. Hence, we request you to plan a trip to reveal the people and places at your convenience.
If you enjoy our video, please like, share and subscribe our YouTube channel. Put your comments below. Press the bell button for regular updates. Follow us in Facebook and Instagram.
Stay healthy, stay safe. Thank you.